Okay. Yeah. Um, okay, so I was scrolling through the FYP and I saw a video of a lady who was suggesting that like the new code word for the global elites was
Goddamn globalists.
In-N-Out Burger, which Nick and I were like, no, like don't ruin In-N-Out Burger. It was like they've already taken pizza from us, like not In-N-Out Burger. And like her video was kind of substantial. I was like, she pulled clips from a lot of different like celebrities and just people talking about it. There was like, I think it was a Jimmy Fallon clip where he talks about how like after an awards show, their tradition is to like go to In-N-Out Burger. And then I saw in going down the rabbit hole, I saw that there's like quite a few, maybe like 3 or 4 at least, videos of The Rock posting about going to In-N-Out. And each time that he goes, he's like, it's my first time at In-N-Out, guys. Like, it's my first time. And it's like, it's your first time every time? Like, what the heck is that all about? So I kind of went down that rabbit hole and I was like, what is this? Like, it does feel really weird. And I was.
Yeah, did you talk about the In-N-Out gate?
Yeah. And I just sent you the video of and it's a clip to the actual video. So we can just play it from there if you want. So this is the video that I first stumbled upon.
Hopefully we don't have any sound issues. Is this a photo?
No, it should just be a video.
Looks like a photo.
All right. Hang in there. There we go.
I don't really like how it sounds. It sounds kind of like robotic almost. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that out because it sounds weird. Are you sending me that video?
Yes, I sent it.
Okay, here we go. There's no sound on it. What the hell? Why is there no sound? Man, sorry you guys, this is super lame.
We're just trying to like create a great build-up. It's gonna be like the drum solo in that one song.
All right, let's try it again.
Last meal. Seriously, what? Something is up.
I did all this,
In-N-Out
but when you
Burger.
unplug it, I
Why
guess
are so
it
many
resets
celebrities picking in? Something
Okay,
is up.
this is the video we saw.
Burger. Why are so many celebrities picking In-N-Out Burger for their last meal? Seriously, what's up with In-N-Out Burger?
Eating my In-N-Out Burger and my hot fudge sundae. That's what I want to do. I'm pregnant and I have 9 months to own. You really think I'm going to be on an Egyptian plane while I'm wanting to be with my In-N-Out Burger and my chocolate milkshake? No.
I need you to understand that food is being used for code words. No coincidence that Ghislaine Maxwell also referenced going to In-N-Out Burger after Epstein passed. What book do you think she's reading? The Book of Honor. Covert Lives and Classified Deaths at the CIA. These are the Clinton Podesta emails. Here's one related to Taylor Swift. Are we out of the woods? Someone asked. They're talking about a great trip to In-N-Out Burger. The Slave to Nothing Foundation's mission is to free people from being enslaved to any person or substance. We fulfill our mission by contributing financially to organizations that align with our causes and actively provide services in communities served by In-N-Out Burger. Instead of pasta and wonderful sauces, it was a lovely, tempting assortment of cheeses. Yummy. I'm awaiting the return of my children and grandchildren from their holiday travel so that we can demolish them. The children? Do you think I'll do Domino's on cheese than on pasta? What the fuck does that mean? As John said, it doesn't get any better than this. And do you want to see what the attachment is on this email? This is the attachment to the email. Doesn't get better than this. Last day in MV. Missed you. Susan whipped Sherry and me at Domino's using the Podesta method. She made up the rules as we played. The realtor found a handkerchief. I think it's a map that seems pizza related. Is it yours? They can send it to you if you want. I know you're busy. Feel free not to respond. Saying, yeah, it's my handkerchief. Nothing to worry about. A handkerchief with a map of pizza, because that makes a lot of sense. Just to add to the confusion, this man was outside of Rob Reiner's house after his alleged murder, wearing a Burger King crown and shouting things that the media won't report. This is the guy with the Burger King crown. I have no idea what's going on, but something strange with burgers and fries and In-N-Out Burger and Burger King. One more strange coincidence. Nick Reiner, the son of Rob, was obviously searched quite a bit yesterday, but look at this little blip. On December 6th, he was searched in the blue and white area, not Scotland. So what's that about? Something strange.
Yeah, that definitely is kind of weird. I remember watching that too, and I was like, man, don't ruin In-N-Out for us. You guys already took pizza. You guys already took all the other good stuff, ice cream. I don't even remember what the other codes are, which is a good thing. I should not know those codes. But yeah, I was like, don't take In-N-Out from us too.
Yeah. So I was diving deep into that rabbit hole, like checking out comment sections and like, I don't know. And then seeing The Rock post about, like, I even like went and checked Instagram, like he posts about it like once a year, going and trying In-N-Out for the first time. And I don't know, from my perspective, I think it came down to like, he's just like advertising for In-N-Out potentially. And maybe he's using what little freedom that he has within his, like, if it is a contractual agreement, let's say, that he's supposed to be advertising for In-N-Out to, like, so his, like pull is to say, this is my first time, so that people kind of question it, and they're like, okay, is The Rock actually even eating In-N-Out? And that's why he says it's his first time. And I was like, okay, I feel like that makes the most sense. But then it led me down the rabbit hole of just fast food in general, and I've been seeing a lot of talk of Soylent Green. And I was like, what the heck is Soylent Green? And
I thought it was a band. I'm pretty sure it is a band, like a metal band. I'm almost positive.
It's so true. Like, when I first brought that up to Nick, he was like, isn't that a band? So anyone in the chat know if that's a band? And also, show of hands in the chat. Does anyone know what Soylent Green is? Have you heard of Soylent Green before?
Yeah, I'd never seen it, but we decided to watch it. We're like, we have to watch this movie. We have to see what's going on here.
Okay, so Soylent Green. Okay, first of all, I was like, what is Soylent? And I looked up the definition of Soylent. Soylent.
Oh, I'm glad you did, because I did not know that.
Yeah, Soylent is an undesirable, lackluster, and artificial foodstuff as a substitute for real meat. And I was like, okay. And then
Wait, say that again?
Soylent is an undesirable, lackluster, and artificial foodstuff as a substitute for real meat.
So wait, does the definition come from the movie? Because that's pretty much what it is in the movie, which is kind of weird.
I mean, it was just kind of like a Google search, so I don't think that necessarily came from the movie. I mean, maybe it did originate in the movie, but yeah. So Nick and I were like, all right, we got to watch this movie. What do you think of that movie, Nick?
Oh, I thought it was so good. It was from 1972, and I was just like, I don't really know. Sorry, I'm reading a comment. I was like, I don't really know how I've never seen this movie before, but it's from 1972. And I was like, there's got to be a way for me to get this movie because I didn't want to like rent it or whatever because it was kind of expensive. But yeah, we decided to watch it, and it's just got that classic like dystopian vibe from old school movies where it's just like kind of like comically dystopian, but it really did make you think. And the movie was, I mean, you already know going into it what the movie's about. So I was like waiting for him to figure it out. But I was really just trying to figure out how they were using these bodies to make food. And it was, I don't know, it was crazy. It's basically just a commentary
Spoiler
on
alert.
overpopulation, because that's the main issue, is that the population is so high that there's not enough food to go around, which literally, I mean, it feels like we're getting to that point at like right now. You know what I mean? So I thought it was kind of an interesting concept. And then they had these like little tiny squares. I don't even know. Little tiny squares of nothing.
Yeah, they get population gets to wait. It's they record what like way back in the day, but it's set in the year 2029 or something like that, right?
No, it's actually in 2022. Is the volume better now? I turned up the gain a little bit. Sorry, I turned it down so it wasn't scratchy, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so they
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, no, sounding good. Sorry, I'm still triple checking everything because this is so new. So, but if you guys haven't seen the movie Soylent Green, I would definitely recommend it. Even for an older movie, it's like really entertaining. It's just a classic, and it really makes you wonder like where we're headed with food. We've got fake meat.
yeah. Yeah, so they've got little pellets that are different colors and
Yeah, they're like these little squares, and I'm like, how is that sustaining it all? But it
yeah.
is, apparently. It's what
And
people eat.
And then like the main character, like what he's gonna be taken and then he like sneaks out or like what happens?
Well, the main character is actually he's a police officer who's investigating the death of this really well-known and like wealthy dude who works for the Soylent Corporation. And as he's looking into it, kind of like what we talk about most of the time, they say it's a pretty classic case of a breaking and entering situation, and then the burglar got scared or freaked out and then ended up taking out this dude. So it's just a simple burglary gone wrong. But the police officer is just like, I don't know, something feels wrong. But in this futuristic society, the people at the bottom that are eating this Soylent stuff, they all live on rations. They all eat this Soylent garbage, but they live in like complete poverty. Everybody lives in extreme poverty. And then when you go up and you see where this guy got murdered, yeah, it's got Charlton Heston. He plays the police officer I'm talking about. But yeah, he goes up, and every time he goes into these like wealthy people's homes where he's, doing his investigations, he just steals everything he can. He takes like food and just like helps himself to everything. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of funny. As a police officer, he's abusing his power as per usual. But then he, in abusing his power, starts realizing like there's something shady going on here. And all these people start like losing their minds after learning some fact. And at the time, there's this, because of overpopulation, they have like self-exit centers where you can literally just go, and if you're like, all right, I'm done with this, like I'm just going to help out society and take myself out, then you can go and just go to this like little center, and they just give you like this dose, this like drink of something, and in like 20 minutes you pass away. And they give you like this cool visual experience to pass away to, and it's a lot of it is just like birds flying and grass that's green and just like beautiful earth, oceans, because none of that exists anymore. And then from there, people just pass away. So his friend that he's hanging out with throughout the movie ends up doing that. He like can't handle it anymore. He misses the old earth, the old days, and he wants to get back to that. But then he also learns what's going on with Soylent Green and all the people being turned into food. And that's like the straw that breaks the camel's back for him. And he's like, all right, forget this. I'm definitely going down to the center. So he goes down to the center, and when he's like, as he's dying, the Charlton Heston's character like shows up to be like, no, and try and stop him, but it's too late by that point. And as he's dying, he basically tells him what's going on and tells him like, you've got to figure it out. You've got to expose this. So he goes from there. He follows his buddy's body from dying at this center and follows where it goes, and basically follows it all the way to this Soylent Green factory and sees what's actually going on with it. And of course, at the end of the movie, there's the iconic for the iconic line of Soylent Green is people, because he comes out and he's like all messed up and people are like, what's going on here? And it's a super good movie, but I don't know, it definitely makes you think. And it wouldn't be, I feel like back in 1972, maybe it didn't hit as close to home as it does now. But now we've got fake meat, like I said, and we've got GMOs that are designed to help us grow more food and produce more to feed more people because of population. So it just got more and more real as I watched it, and I was just like, whoa.
Yeah, and it certainly makes you like, okay, and let me preface this with saying that I love me some fast food, like Taco Bell, In-N-Out. Those are my places, my guilty pleasures. But it makes you wonder, like, how are they able to serve so many people, so many burgers a day? Like, where is all of this meat coming from?
Let's see how many burgers you can get out of one cow. I've looked this up before. I think it was like 3,000 patties. Okay. On average, one cow can yield enough meat to make about 1,000 to 5,000 hamburger patties, depending on the size and type of the cow. Typically, a 1,200-pound steer can produce around 1,960 quarter-pound patties. So almost 2,000 patties. And a double doubles 2 patties, so you're serving 1,000 people. Let's see how many people In-N-Out serves a day. McDonald's serves 69 million per day. Man, every time you go to In-N-Out, that place is stacked. Oh my God, yeah. Approximately 1.5 million customers each day. So that's 750,000 patties. And if you're getting that out of, man, I suck at math now. I used to be good at math in school, but 750,000 patties divided by, we'll just say 2,000 to make it easy. So that's 375 cattle per day just for In-N-Out. Just for In-N-Out. That's a single burger joint. 375 cows that have to die for that amount of meat per day. That's not just like a month or like a year. That's per day, dude. And every time we live in Colorado, there's tons of farms out here. And every time you see one, there's like 10 cows, maybe like upwards of 50 cows total. And they don't look like they're being harvested. They look like they're just happy cows. People just
Yeah.
own.
So where is all of this meat coming from? And like, how are we making this possible? So, okay. On one hand, you could say they're just using all of the bits and parts
Sorry.
of like whatever, like basically mystery meat. Like all of our hamburger patties are essentially hot dogs in hamburger form.
So
Like,
true.
Um,
Oh, so that, hang on, can I say this real quick?
yeah, of course.
I was looking into the McDonald's patties, and which we'll get to a little bit later, but this guy was like, even if there's not human meat in McDonald's patties, there is over 1,000 different cows' DNA in a single beef patty at McDonald's. So think about that. Like, number one, how are you getting all of that meat? It's just going through a giant like meat processor into like a giant mixer, and it's just like 1,000 cows worth of meat getting churned around into this thing before it gets processed into patties on some conveyor belt. I don't know. But 1,000 different cows in one single bite of a McDouble or a freaking Big Mac, that's crazy. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
1,000 cows. So sad too. Also, most of those cows, and this is something that really got me stopped. Like, I stopped eating McDonald's. Number one, because of my food allergies. I'm allergic to like most everything, so I stopped eating there because I really can't eat anything at all at McDonald's. But also, like their meat and stuff freaks me out. Their food just freaks me out. I'm like, there's no way this is real food.
Same.
Um, I don't even remember what I was saying now.
Well, there's people out there that, apparently work in the field and they are like saying that there's people saying that like, oh yeah, it's mystery meat. We use all of the bits and parts of the animal. There's people saying that like it's actually like a freaking cocktail of different meats, like even like shrimp and seafood. Which I don't even know how that would be possible for people that have those allergies. But then there's this whole group of people that are saying that it's human meat. And, at first, like, I just wanted to completely reject that idea because that's disgusting. That's horrible. That's horrifying. Um, but, like, the more you look into it, the more you're kind of like, wait, could this be possible? Because, well, I mean, you brought up like the best valid point about cemeteries.
Yeah, I saw somebody in the comments said it too. And I can't take credit. I saw a video about it and I was like, damn. Actually, I have a video to show you guys. I'm pretty sure I downloaded it, but there is like how many cemeteries would you say we have here that you've seen regularly? Probably like 3, maybe 4.
In Springs?
Yeah.
I only know of one.
Well, there's the one that was over by our old place, and then there's the one that's down by like Academy by our parents' house. And I know I've seen a couple more around town just driving, but regardless, those cemeteries have never grown. Like those cemeteries are the same size. They've been the same size since I was a kid. They're the same plots of land. There's no expansions going on with cemeteries. And each plot of land that a person gets is like a designated size. Like there has to be a certain size for each person. Like you're paying for that, And I think they even have to pay. I don't really know because I've never had to do this, but pretty sure you have to pay like rent almost for a plot. You're paying monthly, or maybe you just pay like one huge flat fee to cover lifetime membership. But yeah, they never get any bigger. And where do all the bodies go? And one of the explanations that I read online is like there's definitely more people getting cremated now than ever before, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of like new experimental ways for people to dispose of their no longer used bodies. And there's like, I don't know, there's like body farms, there's like some sort of water thing, but
Yeah,
let's
I
look this
remember
up.
in in college I took a class called Philosophical Issues of Death and Dying. And we had to do an assignment on how we would like our remains to be like disposed of. And I like found out about a lot of different things that you can do. Like you can be turned into jewelry, like diamonds, in fact. which is pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
So I mean, yes, that is an option, but like,
See that big yellow M behind me? Yeah, that's the
Sorry.
one.
but then you dive into the like religious things, and like there's a lot of people that don't want to be cremated for religious purposes, and so I don't know. There's just a lot of, it just still makes no sense that there's no expansion of cemeteries or no new cemeteries being built.
I need to find this video real quick because it goes through. This guy kind of does the math on it and is like, no, it's actually not possible with the amount of bodies that we've had that have stacked up since, like, I don't know. I think he goes all the way back to the 1800s. But yeah, that it's kind of wild. You're like, yo, how are these plots of land not filled up? Like, it's insane. So let me see if I can find it real quick. I can't, having two phones now, I'm like Kevin Gates, kind of hard. Nah, that's all freaking. Oh wait, here it is. I think this is it. Okay, yeah, let me send it over so I can show you guys. Yeah, this video is crazy, but the guy actually does the math on the cemeteries thing, which I thought was pretty wild. And definitely convincing.
In the chat, Peggy said Greek Orthodox don't cremate.
Yeah, why is that? Why don't people cremate? Is it like a disrespectful thing or like... I can't tell if it's sent or not.
I mean, my guess would be because, like, the idea of hell is burning. So
That's actually that's a good point. I wouldn't have thought of that.
I would guess that would be their apprehension or thought process, but I'm not sure.
Okay, here we go.
I've often said I have not seen a new graveyard in my lifetime. I've never heard about a graveyard being too full to accept new bodies, too. So you would think that there would have to be a lot of them that would say, nope, no vacancy here. So what you have to do, you would have to take out new plots of land in order to continue to bury people. But they don't do that. So where are the bodies?
Seen the viral video of the guy that's a part-time grave digger that says you'll never see a new cemetery being built, and everybody's saying that that's proof of the Matrix. Now, buckle up, let's go for a ride, because I did the math after it piqued my curiosity. So we'll start with some raw numbers, and for everything I have here, I only used Google's quick search results to keep it even and fair. So, our current population is 340 million today. At our current death rate, that's 7.7% dies every year, for a total of 26,180,000. Well, we plugged in the last 25 years to 39.4% buried. That's 10,314,920 a year. So keep that in mind, but let's go back further. Cemeteries never knew they're always old, right? The most you can fit is 1,250 people in an acre. The American Mining Association says there's currently 140,000 acres. So let's go back even further. So from 1800 to 1900, 8 million Americans died. And from 1900 to 2000, 270 million Americans died. That's a total of 355 million people dead. Well, depending on which schematic you want to use, it was anywhere from 83 to 92% were buried opposed to other methods. I kept it at 80% just to, be heavily conservative and see where this goes. But it gets a lot more interesting now, because at 80%, that's 284 million graves. And at 140,000 acres, that's 170 million graves. So we already got 109 million people just chilling out, like stacked up dead somewhere, waiting to get buried, or are buried, and still have to bury new people every day.
Math is not math.
It is unusual. It is unusual.
I think that what a lot of people have said, I books are cooked. There's not as many people that say there are.
That was crazy. That was the video already was crazy. Yeah, sorry about the sound, you guys. I'm actively looking into what's wrong with it and why it does that. But anyways, that was something I never thought of, was them cooking the books on how many people there actually are. I mean, how are we gonna know?
Yeah, that's true.
I thought that was pretty crazy.
That is.
All right, real quick, Kim, take it away. Is there something else you want? Is there another way you wanted to segue here? I'm gonna see if I can't figure out the sound situation.
Well, just as a a little fun fact, does anyone know of the technical term that is used for the additive for meat? Like, it's the FDA approved term that they use. Anyone in the chat know
Wait, what was the question again?
what the term is that is used for the additive for processed meat to help keep it like together and I guess kill bacteria and stuff? Okay, I'll tell you.
I don't know. No, I don't.
It's pink slime.
Oh God, what?
Yeah.
Oh wait, is that what they add to because I know that chicken nuggets.
Somebody guessed it. Yep.
I know McDonald's chicken nuggets are pink and then they dye it white. Or maybe it's the other way around, then they dye it pink. I don't know. Either way, it's really gross.
Yeah. So pretty sketchy. And you can like literally look it up. It's described as a processed meat product made from beef scraps, connective tissues, and fat, which are mechanically separated, heated, and treated with ammonia or citric acid to kill bacteria like E. coli.
Weird.
Love that for us.
Yeah, that's actually super wild. It's gross that they have to do that kind of stuff to food. I think that like food should just be food. What happened to food just being food? I wanted to show you guys this video because this video literally gets me and Kim like every single time. It's these cows, I think they're like freed for the first time and they start jumping for joy.
Make me cry.
Also es war so, dass die Tiere letztes Jahr im Juli eigentlich zum Schlachter sollten, weil sich der familiäre Milchwirtschaftsbetrieb, der hier eben seit Jahrzehnten
They're so happy. They remind you of dogs, and then you immediately are like, damn, makes me so sad for eating them.
I love the music.
I know, right?
Ich mag Kühe einfach unbeschreiblich gern. Das sind so tolle Tiere, so lieb. Und ich war ganz fertig, als mein Vater mir gesagt hat, dass er mit den Kühen aufhören wollte. Und dass er die weggeben will. Und ja, Dann bin ich schon froh, dass sie jetzt doch noch hier bleiben können und alt werden können.
Ich meine, jeder, der die Bilder gesehen hat, wie die Tiere heute rausgelaufen sind, der wird sich doch fragen müssen, wo findet er so etwas sonst überhaupt noch? Und diese Lebensfreude, dieses Spontane und so, die Begeisterung, die muss doch jeder gesehen haben.
That was just freaking, I don't know. It melted my heart the first time I saw that video. I was like, damn, dude. Makes you see cows a little differently, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely working on the sound still, but it's hard while also live, so sorry about that. So I guess the thing that I was really wondering is not so much is, are they using these bodies to funnel into actually using them for our food, like our meat, but are they funneling bodies into fertilizer for our food?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't, like, I don't know, what information can be trusted and whatnot, but I found evidence that yes, they do. So, like, at the very least, they're using human remains as fertilizer for the food that, like, the cows or the animals that we eat. I don't know. It just feels, I don't know, like there's just not any transparency about it, and it feels eerie. It doesn't feel right. And I mean, this whole rabbit hole also kind of like it opened up like another question for me, and that's the history of the food pyramid and why, like, it circled me back to our original like question of in and out and why we're being pushed to, or like why The Rock would be making these in and out videos. And I feel like they're advertisements, and it's like, why? And it's, it always circles back to lobbying for the global elites, making the top 1% richer. Like they say that it's science backed and whatever, but like what the food pyramid does is it promotes people, funneling more money into corporations. Like if you think about really like muscular animals, like a gorilla, for instance, they eat fruits and vegetables. Like that's their diet. And like if I don't know, if you've ever been to a zoo, which I guess in some ways zoos are kind of sad, but like look at how like huge gorillas are and muscular, and they eat fruits and vegetables. So I feel like we got to just kind of go back to our roots and eat more fruits and vegetables and eat less.
Yeah, there's more. I mean, there's tons of protein in all kinds of different vegetables. So, I mean, it's not like you're going to miss out on protein. But that was something that I think we talked about before, was how protein is actually not super good for you. Like, it's good for building muscle and it's good for like specific uses, but it's not necessarily like a healthy, I don't know, it's not necessarily like the healthiest thing for your diet. And I can't remember what it was during that. It was a Zac Efron show. I can't remember what it's called, but like Into the Wild or Into the something like that. But he just goes around and checks out all these different cultures and just, I don't know, puts it on TV. And he goes to this Centurion, I guess village. I think it's a village, but it's like the location in the world that has the most people who live or are living currently or have lived over 100. And they call them the Centurions. But he was talking to them about their diets, and a lot of them are either vegan or vegetarian, and they don't eat very much protein at all. And then he was also talking about their eating like frequency, like their eating cycles, because they actually don't eat as much. They eat like one meal a day and then kind of just snack the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of interesting, but I feel like they just I feel like they like push protein so hard. Like you need protein, and like everything when you buy it has like, oh, it's got like 50 grams of protein, blah blah blah, and then you're like, wait, is protein really that good for you, or is it just for like building muscle? No, that's not what I'm looking for. Centurion Village, 100 years old. Yeah, I can't remember. It was so long ago that I saw that. Oh, maybe I got it way wrong. The centenarians. I was way off. Living people who have attained the age of at least 100 years. Okay, I was way off. Centenarians. Okay, I didn't need like an actual list of all the names.
Yeah, and I mean, you have to wonder, like, yes, there's such a prevalence of food allergies, and like, I don't I don't personally believe it's because like people are more like have more of an awareness to it. Or like I guess sensitivities, food sensitivities, like people are having gastrointestinal intestinal issues, and I don't feel like I don't know, I feel like it's our bodies just telling us that this food is not what we need. It's not sustainable for us. It's not sustainable for the planet. There's
Okay,
like,
go ahead. Sorry,
oh, did you find it?
I did, but go ahead.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Yeah. So this one Italian village, nearly 300 residents, are over 100 years old, and they let people study them, and they're asking them like, why? Like, what do you guys do that makes you so like live so long? And it says right here they don't even seem to be trying to. They aren't even trying to be healthy. So it's like, what are you guys doing? There's nobody jogging, nobody in exercise classes, nobody swimming. Many of the elderly residents of Acciaroli are smokers and overweight. So like what? And they suspect it could be a combination of good genes and good diet. Everybody ate anchovies. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever eaten an anchovy.
Really?
Yeah, one time Ying got this pizza that was a mushroom and anchovy pizza. It was the worst smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. And I was like, yeah, no thanks.
I've tried an anchovy, and they're just super salty. Are they like naturally salty, or do they prepare them that way?
I don't actually know. I would imagine they get prepared that way. They probably put them in some sort of like salty water, but... Okay, yeah, so here we go. I was just looking into protein. Is it good for you or bad for you? It says it's essential for your body, but consuming too much, just like everything else, law of diminishing return, can lead to health issues like kidney damage, heart disease, and digestive problems. So too much protein is actually bad for you. Also, if you eat too much protein, it makes your farts smell really bad.
How did you figure that out?
Well, I was hitting the gym pretty hard for a while. I think I downed like 3 protein shakes within like a couple hours. And yeah, then I was like, damn.
Oh, I'm so glad you said protein shake, because while I was down in this rabbit hole,
Oh, gross.
I found that there is a protein shake company called Soylent.
Yeah, it's no joke. This is a
Like,
real deal.
what the heck?
Here
Like,
it is right here. We got Soylent Brown, Soylent Green, Soylent Yellow.
here,
I found it right here. Look at this. Let's see. I want to go to their about. When was this started? Blog? No, I don't really feel like blog is it. Company? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I wanted to see when they started, but yeah, it's a soy-based protein shake, but it's called Soylent. It just makes you wonder, though, dude. You're like, is it really soy?
yeah, and given that like that word, like I didn't I don't know, like look up the definition of Soylent right now, like Google it or whatever. See, like it doesn't automatically come up with just like a. So this guy, when he's starting his company, he's like, yeah, this is the name of my company.
That's why I wanted to look into when, yeah, I mean, they started in 2013. So I was wondering if maybe it was like an intentional joke of a product name because they use soy. Soy is like the protein they're using. So I was like, maybe it's just because it's soy. Let's just ask AI what AI says. Because I bet it is a joke. I would do something like that. We're going to make a shake called Soylent, and we're going to make them all different colors.
Yeah,
It
just
says
like the
yes.
movie.
Soylent is named after the food product from the 1973 movie Soylent Green, which is based on the 1966 science fiction novel Make Room, Make Room. The name combines soy and lentil, reflecting the ingredients of the meal replacement product. So it's soy and lentils, and they called it Soylent. It's actually genius. It makes me want to buy it. If I wasn't allergic to soy, I would totally try it.
Oh my gosh, no way. I would never buy it or try it. That freaks me out.
This picture right here. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, it's a marketing ploy. But it's, I mean, kind of like you, it's going to backfire because there's tons of people that are like, no, I'll never drink that. Just the thought of the possibility that it's even a little bit people that's going to make me not want to drink it. Especially the green one.
Yeah. What flavor is the green one?
I think it's just green flavor. No,
It's just green flavor. It's people.
It's mint chocolate.
Wow.
It's people flavored. That shit's so funny. Yeah, so the Soylent thing, I'm glad that I said that too, because I'm glad that you remembered to talk about that. So funny.
Yeah.
Hang on, I wanted to bring up these videos real quick. We'll do this one after. That one's a little more fringy. Fringy. It's not even the volume or the gain or anything. I got them both like super far down. So I didn't know that you could purchase human remains.
What?
Did you guys know that? That's what she said at the beginning. It's totally legal to purchase human remains in Kentucky or Tennessee or something.
Oh my gosh. No, I guess I didn't catch that. I didn't hear. I only heard like the music. But
Here, I'll start it again.
okay.
In Kentucky, it is a Class C felony to intentionally excavate or disinter human remains for the purpose of commercial sale or exploitation. While there are generally no specific federal laws in the United States prohibiting the ownership or sale of human remains, other than those of Native Americans under federal law, state laws such as Kentucky's focus on how the remains are obtained and govern the respectful disposition of the deceased. Kentucky law includes statutes against abuse of a corpse. And you just can't grave rob it. But I guess you can buy it, which is weird. What would you want to, I mean, Ed Gein maybe bought some stuff? I don't really know. Not really sure.
That's pretty wild. So people in the chat are saying that they didn't hear the sound for the video either, but um, essentially, Nick was just explaining that it's legal in Kentucky to purchase human remains.
Yeah, 100%.
That is blowing my mind right now.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? You're like, damn, it's kind of weird. Can't believe that.
I saw earlier in the chat that like McDonald's or one of those big fast food companies has like contracts or something with hospitals. I'd be curious to look into that and like see if that's true. But I would not be surprised. I'd be disgusted, but I would not be surprised.
Well, and well, let me look this up real quick because it was kind of wild. They actually did tests on McDonald's, and there actually was human DNA. So, and then I was looking into it, and it was like, the DNA that you're seeing is actually because some guy in the factory likely cut himself or wasn't wearing gloves and contaminated the batches of meat. I'm like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm pretty sure they tested multiple different locations. It wasn't just one. But recent viral videos claiming that human remains were found at McDonald's meat. Actually, you know what? Let's just play this video. Hopefully, let me see if the sound is going to work. There was no sound on there. Sorry. All right. Damn, I guess not. Let me see if I mess with something. But yeah, they found human DNA in McDonald's meat, but I think it wasn't just McDonald's meat. I think it was also other meat, which I thought was kind of crazy.
That's super crazy.
Like other restaurants, not just McDonald's, you know?
Oh, and weren't you saying that like the guy was saying something to the effect of, "Oh, like one of our employees must have accidentally cut themselves," and
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I'd have to find, I think the video was just in my feed, so I didn't save it or anything. But he was talking about how it was just an employee that must have just cut his finger or something dumb like that.
oh, that's so gross. Like that, like that's any better.
I know, right? It's not any better at all.
Oh, you sent it to me on Instagram. Let me send it. Oh no, that's not it. Well, ugh.
I want to try and play this video again. Oh my god. It's so glitchy and scratchy.
side, just down the road from the airport, sources say they've removed several boxes of what is believed to be human remains. This was a big operation, and get this, inside this business, a saw used to cut up bodies. It is all taken away as evidence to the County Medical Examiner's Office where it will be tested. This business is known as International Biological and advertised as a medical educational service provider. The owner is Art Rathberg. He has a mortician license, has had in Michigan since 1982.
Got a 10-piece for my 6-year-old, and she bit down on her chicken nuggets, and she says that, she hurt her teeth. And so I'm looking at it, and I pulled this out. She pulls this out. She hands it to me, okay? And I'm freaking out.
Yeah, sorry, the sound sucks so bad. I'm going to try and figure it out, but I don't know what's up.
Chicken nuggets. It's not her tooth, y'all. This is not my baby's tooth.
That's got to be the creepiest thing I've ever heard in my life. Your, kid is like, ow, my mouth, my tooth, blah, blah, blah. And then you look in there and you're like, oh, you lost a tooth. That's crazy. Yeah, sorry again about the audio. I really don't know what the issue is. It's got to be something with how it's sending it from the computer to the interface, but I'll have to figure it out. I'm sorry that it sucks. But yeah, so she finds a tooth and she's like, oh wait, that's not even my little girl's tooth. This is another tooth. Could have been a bone. Maybe it was just a tooth of like a cow. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a human tooth, but it is weird and kind of gross. The other thing I also read about a while ago is actually that chick that found the finger in her chili. And now whether this just got debunked and is legit or not, I don't know. But they say that it was just like this chick put the finger in her chili. I don't know where she got this finger from, but she definitely did. Sample rate, talking about bit rate, my sample rate's down to 3,500, so I've lowered it quite a bit. I don't know. I'll have to see. Maybe you can explain further. Input bitrate hertz. Here, you guys can help me. Let's see. Let's pull it up. You guys can help me. Let me know if you see it. Let me pull this down real quick. There we go.
Somebody said, I wonder if you get a refund if your burger has a tooth in it.
Maybe.
You probably just get 20% off your next purchase.
Yeah, you just get another meat patty. The thing I realized though is that the first places that are going to adopt the fake meat is going to be fast food. 100%.
They're like, oh, it's garnish. It's supposed to be there.
It's garnish. Okay, I keep changing this, but it keeps going back up. Yeah, and some of this it may not even let me do while we're live, but see if anybody gives me advice while we're going through this, babe. Even still, I feel like everything else is good. Like nothing's glitching other than when I send audio from a video from the computer. It's internal audio. I swear, one of these days, you guys, we are not going to have an issue with the sound.
One day. I feel so bad, babe. You've been working on making sure this was seamless, like literally all day.
Yeah, I know.
So.
And then the only thing that matters is the last 5 minutes when you go live. I don't know. Maybe if I change it to this. I don't know. Wait, that's output. I want it to be that input.
Someone said, go to the test page, dude.
Test page.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if it'll let me test while I'm live, though. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me see if this does anything.
Okay. Ben said, dude, go back. There's the road mic. And underneath, go to the last page. First page. He said, go back. And then he said, bro, sorry, Ben. We're trying.
I'll move slow.
He said, go back.
Go back to where I was.
Kristen says, Ben says, go back.
Where was I? Oh, no, wait. I was on the sound.
He said, close that.
He's talking about this one. Ooh, right here. Oh, that's sound effects. That doesn't really matter.
He said, close that.
I'll close this. All right, Ben, I'm trusting you. We'll see if it works. All right, let's see. This is audio.
He said, not that either.
So it's not this either.
Hannah says, I love avocado.
Yeah, me too.
I do too. Can't go wrong with avocado. It's such a happy little fruit. It's a fruit, right?
Yeah, it is a fruit.
He said, okay, now close that one too. Oh, wait, he said there. He said there. Mute the audio input capture. One something. There. He said, now talk. Okay. How do we sound? So much.
Quick reality check. In Kentucky, it is totally legal to buy
still
human remains.
scratchy.
You can literally order a real skull online, pay shipping, and nobody's going to stop you. I had to read the statute twice because I thought
He said, no, don't test.
Well, that was a minute ago.
He just said that. I think, or maybe I don't know, hacked or something. He said, hang on, both talk. Okay, I think, I feel like our microphones sound okay. I feel like it's when we try to play a video for you guys that we really have been struggling to make that sound okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into it. I don't really know what is causing it to sound terrible. I thought it was the effects on the podcaster mixer or whatever, but it's not that. But I will play this real quick.
Kristen said we need to sing a song. Both of us want to sing.
You guys, homeless dude.
You can hear those, right? Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to look into it after this. Figure out what the hell is causing that to be so glitchy. Because I feel like what it is it's like the sound. It's like the bass or something's clipping in the sound as it sends it to the interface. And then it's coming through clipped and scratchy. So it's coming through at max volume. I think it's sending max volume to the interface and it's clipping, and then I can lower the volume, but it's still coming through input status as max volume. So I don't know, you guys.
This said, can I email you or Discord to help with the audio on your next video? I'm an engineer and can teach you.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I got a Discord. Let me see if I can get the link real quick. I'll put it in the chat.
He said it's the sample rate, 100%.
Where's the sample rate at? And I'm still going to throw the Discord in there. Because why not?
But it has to be done through your sound card before starting the video.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. It'll make me restart it.
Well,
So wait, is it the sample rate? Hang on, let me go back to this and see if this is what he's talking about, because I did change this a while ago, but so it was audio sample rate. Yeah, this is it right here. 40. So I need to go to 44.1. Yeah, I raised it to 48, but I didn't know I didn't know if that was. It seemed like a good idea at the time. That's funny. Sorry, I'm getting the link for the Discord. Even though that may not be useful right now, I'm still gonna get it.
okay, quick side note. If everyone can hear me, that is. Has anyone heard about the Avril Lavigne conspiracy?
Oh yeah.
I'm just curious.
All right. I gotta send it to me and then I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, so I'll have to change it, but it probably won't let me do it.
Okay, people are saying the audio sounds great.
Yeah, I think our audio sounds good. If it is the sample rate, then that must be like what it's sampling the videos at before it sends it through. But I don't know anything. I'm literally just making things up. Okay, so the Avril Lavigne thing, you definitely had a cool video about that. I haven't actually seen her discuss it online anywhere.
Like Avril Lavigne?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course not. Okay, so I had kind of forgotten about it personally, but I was watching the Call Her Daddy podcast, and then I saw that she interviewed Avril Lavigne, and
It's got a Wikipedia.
and I was just kind of like, the whole time I was watching it, like I was stoked, like inner emo teenage Kim was just like so happy to see her and find out that she's going to be touring and all of that. But then, like, I don't know, something just fell off, and then she like completely addresses the elephant in the room and is like, hey, so I got to talk about this, like, what do you think of the conspiracies? And I feel like she just kind of avoids the question altogether. Like, she just doesn't answer like what she thinks about it. Like, she's just like, yep, I'm me. And some of her answers, like, and maybe she's not the best interviewer or like interviewee. Oh yeah, you found it.
I think it's not that bad. It could be worse, right? Like, I feel like I got it. What is it? Okay.
I don't think it's like negative or anything like
Creepy. It's like, Avril, this conspiracy theory about you is a little creepy. Come on.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be worse.
It could? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you could be getting like
I mean,
online.
obviously, I am me. It's so dumb.
Does it annoy you that there will be people that comment on this episode being like, that's Melissa, that's not Avril?
When did it start, my second album? Like, I don't even know.
I
Like,
think
I think, like, from the beginning-ish, second album. I don't know.
And why
It
do you
does
think
not
people
age.
think that?
I think that they've done that with other artists. I'm not the only one. I think, like, other people have that.
I feel like yours is like really prominent.
Oh, I mean, I feel like you might believe that.
I'm honestly the one that started the conspiracy theory.
Yeah, honestly though, like I kind of believe it. The origins of the replacement theory can be dated back to 2011 with a Brazilian blog named Avril Está Morta, or Avril is Dead. And the theory alleges that the pressures of fame combined with the death of Lavigne's grandfather sent her into a deep depression after the release of her 2002 debut album Let Go, and that the singer died by self-exit shortly after. According to the theory, a lookalike named Melissa was originally hired to distract paparazzi, protecting a reclusive Lavigne. And I have seen that that is real. She is a real person, this Melissa chick. She was actually like a body double for her. So like that chick is real.
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah, but then I like I looked at old interviews from Avril Lavigne, and I feel like current Avril Lavigne, if it really is her, just she doesn't speak the same. Um, she has like her Canadian accent in other interviews, and in this one with On Call Her Daddy, I don't feel like she had any accent.
That's kind of wild, actually. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah, and then current Avril Lavigne, I noticed, has like this mole between her eyes.
Oh, here we go, right here. Here's something that shows something.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Their faces are like, to me, they look the same.
Yeah, it looks like just different lighting.
Yeah, like her nose and chin, her eye shape. She looks slightly different, but I mean, she's obviously older. Plus, there's like plastic surgery and stuff. I'm sure she did something. Now, this one, I don't know. That does not look like Avril Lavigne. That looks like a different person for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know at all.
Ha said Avril Epstein.
Freaking Avrilgate, dude. Yeah, look at, I don't know, dude. Look at this. It definitely doesn't look like her in this one. Her eyes are different shape, different eyebrow structure.
Yeah. Okay, so I just
Same
sent
part,
you
though.
a screenshot of that I just took last night of the video, the like interview. And so she's got this like mole between her eyes. But I don't see that mole in her like earlier photographs. Like I don't remember her having one, and I like went back and looked, and she didn't have any. So
You can definitely
interesting.
see that right there. Let's look. Gotta get a different. Let's get a 2002 angle. None of these pictures are big enough, so let's see if we can find a good one. This one might be good. Let's see if we can zoom in at all. Or not. This one looks like, I don't know, does she have it on this one? It doesn't look like she does.
I mean, but that could also be Melissa. I'm talking like early days from when she was first popping off.
Yeah, let's see if we can find one that we can zoom in on. Oh yeah, this one actually talks about it right here. Look. I don't know what it says though. Looks like she's got two moles, and then this one's just got one. I don't know. Her teeth look the same though. It's too close to call. It's just way too close. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. She probably has had some plastic surgery for sure. It looks like her face is a little more chiseled.
Right, totally
Cheek
possible.
lift or something, yeah.
But to have a mole, I feel like that was kind of like a indisputable characteristic. And like, see, she doesn't have it.
Oh yeah, that's weird. In that picture, she definitely doesn't.
And that's like OG Avril days. Chapo agrees.
Chapo agrees. That's how you know you're getting on the right track, though, you guys. We've got a bunch of fact checker websites saying, nope, this is not true, this is not true. So it's probably true. In both meat and vegetarian patties. Third-party researcher Clear Labs found some additional ingredients that may make you sick to your stomach. When was this written? Does not say.
Oh, we're back to Soylent.
It says copyright 2026, but it does not say when it was written. Where is it? Here we go. 2016, this was written. In both meat and vegetarian patties. The report found unexpected ingredients in some of the burgers tested, including the DNA of rats and humans, and some missing ingredients in others, such as the mysterious absence of black beans in the black bean burger. Clear Labs tested 258 samples, ground beef, frozen patties, fast food burger products, and veggie burgers from 79 brands and 22 retailers, and they are keeping the sample info anonymous. So we won't know where they came from. Of all the samples, 13.6% had discrepancies between the label and product for vegetarian products alone. However, the figure was 23.6%. The study authors found surprising quality issues, signaling that there are gaps in food safety and quality protocols that should be addressed. Some 1.6% of the products had hygienic issues, with rat DNA found in 3 and human DNA, likely hair, skin, or fingernails, introduced during the manufacturing process, found in 1. From the authors, it is important to note that it is unlikely human DNA or rat DNA is harmful. No, but it's gross. Okay, so they definitely found it in there, but they're saying that it's more like just samples of, it's like small samples, fingernails, hair, possible blood, skin cells. But this is what brings me back to the whole, are they using humans for fertilizer? Because if they're using them for fertilizer, then you can still get these trace amounts of DNA in there. Or maybe they found a way to, maybe that's why glyphosate is so awful for you, because it has so many chemicals to make it, to like break down the human body so it's not recognizable as DNA. I don't know. But with companies like Monsanto and things like glyphosate, it just doesn't make any sense to me how there's not something suspicious about it. Like out of nowhere, they just started using these awful chemicals that cause cancer for sure. And even though they know that now, they still don't care. And I actually read a report that they tested 10 different soils from all across the country, 3 of which were like certified organic farm soils, like on vineyards. I think it was all vineyards they were testing. But the organic soil still tested positive for glyphosate, even though it's never been treated with it, it's never been sprayed with it, it's never had glyphosate put on there at all, and yet it tested positive for it. Even organic soil. So that stuff is literally everywhere. And I don't think it breaks down, so it doesn't like wash away or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it just is there. Yikes for real.
It's unavoidable.
So the Soylent Green thing, I don't know, maybe it's not happening now, but I feel like we might be getting close to that stage. The fake meat thing, I want to look more into the fake meat. Who is using fake meat? Do they have to disclose that?
Wait, like,
Like if they start using fake meat for their Big Macs and their McDoubles, do they have to disclose to you that they're now serving fake meat instead of real meat?
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, but there's probably loopholes.
Well, this is what I was talking about. It says Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods is using it. I mean, because it's technically still meat, though, right? Because it's cultivated in some sort of like scientific process of like, they like grow the meat in a lab. It's like lab grown meat, isn't it? That's what I'm gonna have to look into it. But
Hannah said, what brand was the protein powder with cake mix?
wait, what? What brand was the protein powder with cake mix?
Hannah, are you asking about like the Soylent brand that we brought up? Or are you like talking about from something that we've had before?
Several companies are using lab grown meats, including Good Meat, Upside Foods, Various restaurants and food services are beginning to incorporate lab-grown meats into their menus, with more expected to follow as the industry grows. Super meat. These are all just farms. So it doesn't really tell you who's using it. Do companies have to disclose? Because I feel like that's important. I feel like people need to know that. People definitely need to know that. Companies are required to clearly label lab-grown meats to inform consumers about their origins, using terms like lab-grown or cell-cultured. This is part of ongoing legislative efforts to ensure transparency in food labeling. Okay, well, that's a small win.
Chopper wants to say hi.
Yeah, he does. Hey, Chop. How is lab-grown meat made? Because I was told that it was kind of like a cultured cell that grows, but I've also heard that it's like a 3D printer where they actually like spray it into like a solid form. Lab-grown meat is made by taking small samples of animal cells and placing them in a nutrient-rich culture medium in a controlled environment. Cells multiply and develop into muscle tissue, which can then be harvested and shaped into various meat products. So it's just a cultured sample of meat that they then grow into a bigger piece of meat. Oh, and we were kind of talking about this last week with the Giants thing, but the whole, like them going to the tops of mountains and living at the tops of trees, and then the fact that Himalayan pink salt is found at the tops of mountains, and you were saying that, or that guy was saying that it could be like dehydrated giant meat that is actually what pink salt or pink Himalayan salt is. It's not actually salt.
Yeah, I guess like the way that I understand what they're trying to say is that like it's after the decomposition of a body, like what's left is the like minerals that make it up, and so their theory is that like that pink salt is from giants from back in the day.
That's wild.
Petrified.
The Giants thing is still crazy to me. Finding that giant skull, I still can't believe that's real. And I did want to play that video real quick, that last one. I know the sound's going to suck, so I'm really sorry, but I feel like it's a good video. Talking about the McDonald's arch and how the arch is actually like a Masonic symbol.
You see that big yellow M behind me? Yeah.
Sound sucks, man. I don't get it. I'm trying to think if maybe I could do something with it real quick, but no.
Today we're reporting live in front of the biggest dump in America, and we are exposing them with no mercy. From a cool symbolism found in the McDonald's logo to a 33rd degree Freemason as their founder, all the way to children's teeth and literal human flesh in their food. We are covering it all today, folks, so stay tuned for the rest of this video. First, we're going to talk about the McDonald's logo and how it's actually a black magic sigil from a book, specifically this book of witchcraft and Satanism. You see, the legend is that McDonald's was founded by Freemasons and built on a satanic foundation, as you can see with these two former CEOs throwing up the devil horns very publicly. Not only that, but McDonald's and their logo also represents the Ark of Baal. The Ark of Baal was an ancient demonic monument in Syria that got destroyed and for some reason rebuilt in New York. And Baal is the demonic god of child sacrifice in the Bible, and his ark represents portals to different dimensions. So why is the original McDonald's logo not an M, but an ark? Why in St. Louis do we have monuments?
Is that true? Was the original logo just an arc? Let's look this up. Oh yeah, I guess it was just like a single arc. It's kind of wild. I did not know that. Did you know that?
I did not.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
Wow.
Wow.
That is wild.
McDonald's hamburgers, billions and billions served. Billions of people. Where's the 69 million people, which I thought was really funny. 69. So I saw a video that said this. They're like, hey, have you ever thought about McDonald's sign says like 69 million people serve per day? And I was like, damn, yeah, it does say that. But then they're like, have you ever thought about that? Like what they're really saying? It says 69. Where is it? This one's different. It says billions and billions of hamburgers. There's one where it says, it says something about 69 million people served per day. And they're like, if you read it slightly different, then it says that they're serving 69 million people per day,
Yeah.
not 69 million burgers per day. Where's the sign? Shoot. I bet they changed it after some shit blew up over that.
Yeah.
McDonald's, billions and billions served.
Billions of what?
Yeah, you're like, billions of what, dude? Damn, I cannot find it. Makes me kind of sad. But I really want to look into this dude's, he was asking about, what is that?
Himalayan salt.
Oh, yeah, the Himalayan salt definitely looks like meat. It's kind of wild.
People asking questions about it, so I sent that video if you do want to play it, but I know how that.
Yeah, I mean, the sound sucks, so I'm kind of sad about that. It's like really frustrating me, but you sent it to me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Hang on, let me copy the Discord real quick to the chat. There's the Discord, guys.
They're hiding the true answer to this question from us. Look at these images. Can you figure out why Himalayan salt looks like flesh? I'll give you a hint. Remains of a much larger past.
Whoa, what? Hang on. Sorry.
They're hiding the
I was
true
trying to
answer
hit
to this
pause,
question
but
from us.
definitely fucked that up.
They're hiding the true speaks of a species looks like flesh. I'll give you a hint.
That was crazy. Is that real?
We are
That
living
city?
on the
Wait,
remains
that's
of a
real.
much larger past. It's
That's
believed
crazy.
that giants once roamed the earth. The Book of Enoch speaks of a species called the Nephilim, giants born from the union of fallen angels and human women. These beings were enormous, powerful, and possessed knowledge far beyond human capabilities. Many structures and details today can be attributed to these giants. Think about the massive doorways, stumps from enormous trees, and giant that have been found. But it gets even deeper. Tartary is known for its monumental architecture and technological prowess. Could the Nephilim have been a part of this empire? Their immense strength and knowledge could explain how such grand structures were built. But there's even more. The Bible mentions that God was furious at the chaos the Nephilim had caused, and he sent a great flood to cleanse the earth. This cataclysmic event buried these giants, and all we are left with today are their petrified remains. This brings us to another question. Could geology just be hardened biology? Over millennia, they're fossilized into the pink salt we know today. It's no wonder this salt is known for its mystical and healing properties.
Definitely
What
looked
if it
like meat.
holds the essence of these powerful beings?
It definitely looked like meat. That's pretty gross looking. And I love pink salt. This is wild to me. I mean, very well just could be human brain pattern recognition, but that's pretty crazy. Definitely looks like giants. This one was crazy too. This right here. Where is that? I'm gonna have to do a Google image search on that. That is wild. Hang on. They wanted me to play. Somebody wanted me to play the Rabbi Finkelstein. Let's just do that. Oh, fact check. Some of these are really long. That's a freaking hour-long video about it? I'm gonna have to watch that. Let's see what this one says.
Slaughterhouses, and those pounds and pounds and pounds of meat that we grind up in the sausage and the hamburger, and that's why we made those the most popular things, sausage for breakfast and hamburger for lunch. And so all the goyim out here are really eating their children. And even when we say this outright and tell you people, you don't believe it. So that's your problem.
Yeah, I don't know. That is definitely interesting. It makes me want to look into it more. That's the thing that sucks about today's everything is that you can't trust anything. You literally can't trust your eyes anymore. And that's what they wanted. We'll know our disinformation program is complete when everything that the American people believe is false. And not even just the American people, when everything that the people on the face of the earth believe is false. And it's like, even if you do believe something that's true, you can't know if it's true or not. You got 100 other people that are like, no, I saw this thing, or no, it's not true. So I don't know. I think it's super frustrating and difficult to know what's real and what's not anymore. And it's only going to get worse. Man, Kim, do you still have that video of the glitch out from like 4 or 5 years ago? No, it would have been 6 years ago because it was during COVID. And it's the dude shows that it's an AI video. Because like that
from
dude's
like
foot
the
like fuses into the ground.
yeah.
That was crazy because this dude showed that this dude's foot just melts into the floor as if it's AI. Clearly, very clearly AI. And this was in 2020. This was during the pandemic. So they've been using this AI deepfake stuff on videos to fool us for a long time, dude. A long time. Former CIA Director Casey. Yep, that's correct. Alex Aquarius. Yo, what's up? I didn't even see you in here. Time to Heal. What's up? Just finally seeing some familiar names in here. I'm sure there's more of you guys. Ooh, AI Danks in here. Yo, what's up, you guys?
Okay, so I sent you it was a screen recording, so I can't promise that I edited it properly. So yeah, forewarning. But yeah, that is crazy. And just to remember,
You sent it?
remind everyone. I sure did. We all were given the gift of discernment. So even though there's a lot of AI generated stuff and we don't know what to believe, we know. We know deep down.
The other thing, just real
Trust your
quick,
gut.
that I wanted to say about the whole human meat or the meat thing was Kim was talking about how, like, killing animals is not a pleasant activity. Like, killing anything, for me, anyways, I don't know, maybe there's other people that feel differently, but for me, I do not find killing anything, even spiders or like bugs, I don't really like to kill either. It never feels good. And so Kim was saying, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, we're very detached from the murdering process of these animals, but it very much does happen. Like, these animals are slaughtered. What do we say? 375 cows per day had to die just to feed In-N-Out's customers in one day. So, like, there's a whole lot of death going on still behind the scenes that we don't have to deal with anymore. But that part for me was like, damn, maybe we aren't supposed to eat meat. Maybe meat is not necessarily, maybe it's not necessary, you know? Especially seeing how happy animals are, and I don't know how, like, the feeling that I got watching that video of the cows jumping around and being so excited was the exact opposite of the feeling that I got when I shot a deer when I went hunting with my stepdad once. Literally hated every second of that. And then the poor deer, actually it was an elk. The elk didn't die, so I had to walk up to it, and it looked me in the eye and was like, dude, what the F? Why'd you do that? And my stepdad was like, yeah, you got to put her down. You don't want to let her suffer. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, but I also don't want to do that. And so he had to do it. He had to put her down. But I was like, damn, it brings another level to the meat eating piece of it. At least my stepdad uses, like, they take those animals home, they clean them out, they like go to my uncle's place and they like butcher them all up. But I just don't have that gene in me, if that's a gene. I would have been one of the gatherers from the hunter-gatherer stage of life. Yeah. Watch this video.
Far longer than your
This is from 4 years ago. So what? 2021, 2022 maybe?
aware of.
Sorry about the sound.
So first I want you to look at how many views in 4 years ago.
Watch this dude's foot.
Now look up here. Watch his foot.
His foot's gone.
The foot.
Where's his foot?
So this was something that was a big deal on mainstream news, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Look at his foot. Was the Kyle Rittenhouse trial a big deal? Yes, the Kyle Rittenhouse trial was a major national and political event that captured America's attention. Like, look at this. This is the original video.
What the F, right? That one got me because I was like, holy shit. Like, I can see it nowadays. Like, people were looking for it nowadays, but 4 years ago, I was not looking for it. Maybe you guys were. Maybe you guys knew about it, but I was not looking for it.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, I know Time to Heal. It does sound really bad.
Crazy stuff.
All right. Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about before we hop off? Put the boy down.
No, I think that was about it. What are everyone's thoughts on Soylent Green fast food? How do they feed all of us or output so many burgers in a day? Does anyone have theories of their own? Drop them in the chat.
Has anybody ever gotten a tooth in their food? Hey, tons of gift memberships. You guys are freaking amazing. I'm just now seeing all those. 10 gift memberships. Hell yes. You guys are awesome.
OMG, thanks, guys. How
Gift
sweet of
memberships
you.
in the chat. Gift memberships in the chat. Peggy. Hell yes. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys chilling, hanging, vaping, putting up with all the sound issues. I am under the firm belief that I'm going to put the work in to figure out the sound sitch. I'm going to take Ben's advice. I'm going to change the sample bit rate or the sample rate, see if that helps. And I feel like next Monday, we are going to be ready to rock and rizzy.
Yes, we're making progress each week. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone. Shout out to Ben again. Thank you for all of your help.
Hell yeah, Ben. Thanks for the help with that. And thank you guys for hanging tight while Ben tried to help us figure that out. But yeah. And then the next thing I wanted to add on to the live stream process, which I wanted to get this figured out first before I added anything new. But I want to go live on Instagram as well because I can do a vertical output onto Instagram. So I know that probably doesn't really mean anything to you guys, but it'll be another place you can watch the lives. Trying to build up my Instagram following. If you don't follow me on Instagram, definitely follow me on Instagram. One of my videos isn't doing so well on YouTube, but it's almost at, I think it's at 750,000 views now on Instagram. Freaking nuts. It's my best performing video yet.
Hannah said protein vape.
Protein vape for sure. Yeah, you guys, if you try the Soylent smoothies, please let me know how they are. I can't drink soy. I'm allergic to it, but
Especially the green one.
Oh, and watch Soylent Green if you haven't. Super good film. Oh, and we got $10 in the chat. $10 in the chat from Big League Drew. Yeah, play it back, Big League Drew. I was hoping we'd find more evidence of actual meat being in the food. I'd say the closest thing that we've got, which has been debunked multiple times clearly, is the DNA found in the McDonald's meat, which is still gross and still weird. And like I said before, the grossest part to me is that there's 1,000+ cows in every single bite that you're taking of a McDonald's patty. That's kind of gross.
Yeah.
And just a real quick last piece, I guess, before we go. When you think about the adrenochrome stuff we talk about occasionally here, and you think about like what the whole frazzled.rip video is and why they perform these awful, awful things on these kids before they take them, like murder them, it's because they're trying to get the maximum amount of adrenaline flowing through their body at the time of death, because then it stays in your bloodstream at which point they either drink the blood or you can filter it out and harness it. You can literally buy adrenochrome, which is crazy. You can buy it online.
Shout out Monsters Inc.
Straight up, shout out Monsters Inc. But the point of it is to get the like adrenaline levels so high that you're filling the blood with this adrenochrome, adrenaline. That is what they're actually wanting out of this. Same thing happens with animals. When you are killing an animal when they die and they're in this super scared, freaked out state, all of that stuff stays in their blood. And on top of that, any animals that are living in one of these awful farms where they're ridden with disease, they're living in these terrible living conditions, they're being fed garbage, you're being fed whatever the cow was being fed, you're being fed all of the maltreatment and all of the emotional damage and all the other anything that cow went through. You are now ingesting that, as well as any adrenochrome or adrenaline that animal had when they died because it filled their muscles up because they were freaked the fuck out when they were about to get slaughtered. So I don't know, man. And that's why they have all these humane ways, quote unquote, of slaughtering animals, to where they do it to where the animal doesn't know it's about to happen, so that it like minimizes the amount of fear and shock that goes into it, and it's better for the animal. But I don't know. That was something I thought about when the guy that was talking about how you eat 1,000 different cows in one patty. He's like, you're eating all of that sadness, all of that trauma, all of the adrenochrome. And I was like, damn, he's right. I didn't even think about it with animals. Yeah. It exists with animals too. It's not just with kids. So definitely really weird and really sad to think about. But it's convinced Kim and I to want to go vegetarian. So either that or we're just going to switch to Soylent Green. We're going to switch to Soylent Green exclusively. Is it wrong if it's people? They're already dead? Maybe that's a good question. If you donate your body to being a food source, would that be normal? Is that okay? Would you donate your body to be eaten?
No.
What about the body farms or any of the weird experimental stuff?
What do you mean, like, just for science?
Yeah, they have like weird, I don't know, they just have a bunch of different scientific things they do that they dispose of your body in weird ways.
Yeah, I don't know. Would you?
I mean, I'm not using it anymore, so maybe more than anything, I want my body to get recycled back into the earth somehow. I don't want it to be stuck in a casket. That makes no sense.
Yeah. I think I'd prefer cremation.
Cremation makes the most sense. And it's the fastest way to get recycled back into the earth, because those ashes then go to fertilize whatever. That's why I truly think that there could be a fertilization program with human bodies. Like, maybe not actual meat, because if people found that out, they would lose their minds, just like Soylent Green. But if they found out that that there was human bodies fertilizing the food that they eat, it hits a little differently for sure. But it's also easier to hide that, because it may not show up as actual human DNA if it's like been incinerated, person's been cremated, those ashes, because ashes are good for plants, like it does fertilize the soil with whatever nitrogen and any other.
Right, but why are they being so secrety about it? Like, let's get to the root cause. Like, what is happening? I don't know.
Would you buy vegetable? Like, would you buy a pepper that says that it's organic but it's been fertilized with human remains versus a GMO'd pepper?
Ugh.
That's what I'm
Why are
saying.
you
Like, they're not
putting me
gonna
in this predicament.
because
Okay, but
nobody's gonna go out and buy human remains fertilized foods.
yeah, but I guess if you think about it in like the light of, okay, so a loved one passes and their request was to be cremated and they wanted their ashes to be spread in certain places. It's like by default then, like they're like, oh, we went to, and I'm just making something up, but say they were like, oh, I want to go to Sonoma County and like the vineyard that we first shared our first date, whatever, I don't know. And so then they're like, okay, I'm going to do that. And then those ashes, even if they're like legally not supposed to, I feel like people still do it. Like stuff could be spread that way too.
That's
Food for
very
thought.
true. No, that's definitely very true. And it just makes me think of that movie How High, where he puts his buddy's ashes in the weed plant. And then I can't remember exactly what happened in the movie, but I'm pretty sure his buddy like is grown into the weed. Or maybe they like see him when they get high. I don't even know, but yeah, it makes me think of that. I could totally see that. I would be curious, especially people who are into the idea of reincarnation. It'd be like, I want to be fertilized with a plant to see if I reincarnate as said plant.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess that at that point it raises a whole new question of like how much consciousness or of your soul goes with your body. Because in theory, it's probably none.
Yeah, I don't think any of it does. I think that, I don't know, that's just my theory or thought or belief that um, like mind, body, soul, they're kind of separate. Like they work in conjunction when we're alive, but the soul is separate from the body. I just feel like I think about identical twins and how their DNA is like, okay, exactly the same. But one twin can have like a peanut allergy, the other does not. Like there's just like, I don't know. There's only so much that science can explain.
Yeah, but they sure do try and explain everything. Sometimes it gets old. I wish that we'd have something where we're just like, honestly, we just don't know. We really don't know. But there's nothing in the world that we just don't know. If you look up anything, there's an answer. And I kind of hate it. We're so arrogant to think that we know everything. I don't
Well,
know.
What is it? Like true wisdom is knowing that you don't know anything at all.
Yeah, I mean, I only see life through a lens. I don't even know. Could be completely eat more chicken. Hell yeah, Alex. Oh, that's funny. All right, well, those were some good closing thoughts. Again, thank you guys for putting up with the sound stuff. Thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for the super chats. Yeah, my birthday's on the 28th. I'll be 36. Just since I put that in the description, figured I'd let you know. But yeah, good video coming this week. And oh yeah, your mom did say that she had a good idea. I don't know if this is a great idea or not, but maybe there's not enough people to want to do this. But if you guys have a story of getting sober, Kim's mom was like, hey, it'd be a really good idea instead of doing like a sponsor or whatever every week that you do a story of somebody who got sober, like their actual sobering story. And I was like, that's actually a really, really good idea. It wouldn't be a super long, I'm not like going to focus the whole episode on somebody's sobering story, but just like a quick couple minutes, just talking about somebody's sober journey, where they're at in their sober journey, how long they've been sober, whatever. Or even if you just have like a particularly dark story you want to share, it could help somebody. Could help somebody out there that's struggling, that doesn't realize that they're in the same position as tons of other people. And yeah, I don't know. I thought it could be a good way to shout out and kind of highlight and give props to somebody who's made the change and is on their journey and is doing their best to be a better person each and every day. So I thought it was a great idea. If there's anybody that wants to do that or is curious about or like wants to share their story, hit me up on Instagram or shoot me an email. I prefer Instagram because my email gets bogged down so easily and I'll miss stuff in there. But Instagram, I'm usually pretty on top of it. So share your story if you want to. But it's kind of just a idea in the works. But anyways, yeah, we better go put Bodhi down. And other than that, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on Friday. And for sure next Monday, right?
Oh, another one.
For another one. Thank you to Kim for joining us and becoming a new regular part of the channel. Mwah.
Mwah. I love you.
Love you too, baby. All right, you guys.
Thanks for having me, guys.
We'll catch you guys on the flippy floppy.
Have a great night. Sleep safe.
Sleep safe for sure, you guys, and stay